Um, hello, dear viewers. This is the Measly Few podcast where we talk about anything we could think of, and we're kind of grabbing for scraps. I'm Confish. Introduce yourselves.
Me? Who's next?
You're
Everyone,
supposed
introduce
to
yourselves.
wait a minute. No, Confish.
at
You're
the
supposed
same
to
time.
like.
No,
You're supposed to.
no, fuck the running gag. Fuck the running gag.
Confish.
At the same time,
Confish. You're
everyone
supposed to
introduces
be like. You're supposed to be like I'm Confish, and with me today I have RandomKandor, and then RandomKandor is supposed to say something retarded like he always does, and then
No, we're breaking the sequence.
Yeah.
okay.
We're rebranding as a new podcast starting today. Measly Few with a Z instead of an S. And yes, I said Z because Canada is the superior country.
I mean,
Canada's
yes.
not even a real country.
I mean that's. I mean you don't
Exactly,
pronounce
it's a
it.
nation state.
You don't pronounce
It
it
doesn't make
YYZ. You pronounce it YYZ.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Bryce knows. Bryce knows what's up. But anyways, my name is RandomKandor.
It's not Z, it's Z.
It's
We have
YYZ.
Zed.
It's literally YYZ.
Get that pompous British shit out of here.
It's actually pompous Canadian, I will have you know. And with joining us today is Voldemort's favorite pet, Nico.
Oh, Voldemort. I'm hello.
Nekotyto.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, you see,
Do you
Neko
want
is
me
a.
to, I'm a shitty artist. That's it. That's really all there is to it.
That's not true. You're also a shitty person.
Yeah, you
And-
see, I commissioned Neko to draw all the furry porn that I fap to. So
See, I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually true. But lastly and bestly, we have Bryce, the man, the legend.
oh
does not
yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah, dig it.
Woo!
Fucking donkey.
We'll have Nico's like artist bullshit in the description and stuff, so you guys can go and make fun of him.
I have like 10 Twitters. I have to post the right one.
Yeah, just make sure you post it in the group here, so I can add it to the description. I actually made a notepad file with all the general description information. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, with the instructions out of the way there, let's move on to our first topic of debate and conversation, which is the internet AJ versus Turkey Tom quote-unquote beef, which has happened recently. Now, basically none of the other hosts on this podcast today know about internet AJ or the Turkey Tom beef at all, so to distill it into something digestible and understandable, because it's really cringe regardless, internet AJ is this kind of like rise and fall type YouTube generic type dude who ashamedly is a brown man, so you know he has to be at least decent in my view. But he is basically no personality, just cringe, but he's hit the algorithm really well over the past year, so he's quite successful. He's kind of in with Augie, Bo Blacks, that kind of commentary new boys, and Turkey Tom in a way. But he has this habit of being extremely cringe and like one of those people, no offense to any of like the Discord people who tend to be like this too, but just like keep seeking validation within their own little echo chambers, and they're like, oh, like, you know, I shouldn't have done this, oh, I did that, oh, I hope my audience disagrees and tells me that I'm like cute or something like that. So a lot of the time he will say, how come no e-girls have reached out to me for the past year on YouTube? Oh my gosh, I'm doing, but instead of like a winking like ha ha ha, he's like kind of serious. Like he actually is hoping that by desperately posting about that, girls will get into his inbox.
he just baits people into doing shit like that.
He poorly baits. It doesn't work.
Doesn't make it
Alright,
better
so-
that he's Indian or not.
That's
So-
one topic of debate that he'll talk. Go ahead, Bryce.
What?
Or Confish.
We're both
when-
gay.
when
It's
you
easy to
said
get us
ri-
confused.
When you said rise and fall, like I don't know what you mean by rise and fall type YouTubers. That means that he's like not popular.
No,
Like genuine question.
That's my mistake. I mean, like, you know those YouTubers that make rise and fall videos almost exclusively?
Oh, like those really clickbaity ones.
You got it.
And
He's one
anything
of those
that
guys.
anything that has rise and fall in the title that isn't followed with anything related to David Bowie is kind of a copycat in my opinion.
That's
Huh.
true. David Bowie copied what's it called though?
Kanye
Nirvana,
West.
right? Yeah, fuck. That would have been a better.
Well, no, because on the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, there's the K West, the Kanye West conspiracy.
Okay, we have to get in that later on in the show because I'm very ears all open for that. But anyway,
No, that's literally the whole thing. There's nothing else to say about that. That's literally the whole conspiracy.
All right. Well, comment down below what you think about the conspiracy. Anyways, back to Internet J versus Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom made this video taking him down, being like, "Bro, you're cringe," basically. And then that was the whole like drama, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's back to 2016. You know, people are so savage." When really, Turkey Tom was just like, "Okay, this guy's cringe." A couple of key select moments. Internet J commented that white women are the loosest, and people are taking issue with that because, like, I don't know, like white people. And then other things are that he came at Turkey Tom out of nowhere because Turkey Tom was like, "Oh, you're just mad you didn't come to VidCon 2021, so that's why no one likes you." And Internet J clapped back at him, being like, "Oh, didn't you get canceled for like saying the N-word? How's that going?" So he was like really venomous and bitter. But that's kind of the opening topic.
I've never heard Turkey Tom say the N-word in one of his videos.
In one of his videos, yeah. Apparently, it was in his Discord or some shit like that.
Well, yeah,
but
everybody says the N-word on fucking Discord.
I thought
even
Turkey Tom
Obama
got
says
canceled.
the N-word on Discord.
Well, he's allowed.
Yeah.
But Turkey Tom, I thought was canceled for the pyro shit. I didn't know anything about this N-word stuff.
But I thought Turkey Tom's canceled. I
didn't know anything about it either.
Yeah,
It was a loose use of the term, to be honest.
You know, name someone who has over 100,000 subscribers who hasn't like been attempted to be canceled.
Does he have?
You can't. Everyone has been tried to be canceled at least once. It's just that's the internet.
I don't even remember Turkey Tom making a video on him. I was just looking through his library too. I didn't see shit.
Yeah, I don't watch him.
It's in the Tom Dark, his side channel thing.
Oh.
I guess he started up
yeah,
like a commentary, low effort like channel. But go on.
I remember seeing that, and I thought it was some kid like doing a shitty troll.
You thought it was me?
No, I thought it was somebody like that just edited his voice together really well.
Oh.
I mean, he's just copying Digibro.
Yeah, he's the original.
Digibro
did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Digibro had his After Dark channel, and then everybody started making After Dark channels.
Damn, is that actually canon?
As far as I know, he was the only person back in like 2013.
I think so. Sounds like it.
He was the only person back in like 2013 who had an After Dark channel, and then a whole bunch of these other people started making After Dark channels. I don't know who did it originally, but he was...
I think of Augie RFC when I think After Hours and all that, but I guess like nighttime radio or whatever late night radio has been a thing, but yeah. I guess Digibro, you are the expert here in terms of...
in terms of Digibro, my greatest accomplishment in the whole fucking world. I know everything about Digibro.
Well, what about Confish? He might know more than you.
Maybe.
He's also gay.
I don't really know much about internet Digibro stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably for the better.
I mean, I know. I do watch. I do like the Digibro after. I mean, I haven't watched it in years, but I actually did like the Digibro After Dark channel because it was just him being. That was actually his opinions on just anything like that the patrons would. Like they'd say, rant about this. I need to make like a 5-minute video, unscripted, about his opinions on something. That's the kind of stuff that I like. I'd watch. Like, if I wish more YouTubers did stuff like that. Like, like there's a few in specific that I think of that I absolutely listen to that whenever they posted.
Yeah.
Nico, were you aware of Digibro? Do you know anything about him?
I knew a little bit about him, and then the whole fucking Ethan shit that went down.
Oh yeah.
I know nothing else besides that.
Oh, okay. Wait, Bryce, what were you gonna say before I interrupted you?
No, all I was going to say is that was I don't know if we touched on this in the last podcast, so maybe we did, but like that was the only content that Digibro ever made that I actually liked was the After Dark stuff where he would make the rant videos. And essentially, what she, a beautiful trans woman, Beatrice, the Golden Witch, aka Trixie or whatever she's calling herself now, basically the content that she makes now is a lot like that there's a lot like that After Dark stuff. It's just really, really weird, and she's doing it on her main channel, and it's really off-putting to all the people who just want to hear her talk about anime. And so,
Okay, hear me out here, because I was gonna bring this up about this whole After Dark like scenario, since I don't think there's really much to talk about with the AJ and Tom thing. But why shouldn't creators just have that as their main thing in terms of authenticity, kind of unfiltered approach, and direct connection to the audience? Why do they need that to be on the second channel, hidden away?
I guess like once you get
Branding.
a certain kind of what the fuck is that
Brand?
theme? Nah, theme to your channel. You just don't.
Yeah,
wanna
it's
kinda
branding.
break out of that. Yeah.
It's, you keep, if people, you know, if they really like your stuff, they'll follow the second one. But if they're only there for that type of content and not for you specifically, they're only going to do the main one.
But most things are personality driven in the first place, no?
Yeah, it's a lot of
I guess
it
that's
is.
a generalization.
I mean,
It's like, if you look at Internet Historian, like every channel he ever makes just blows up because he's just a fun guy to watch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Briss?
all I was gonna say is, I mean, if you look at going back to the golden oldie times with James Rolfe and the Angry Nintendo Nerd. I think there's definitely, I mean, Digibro, and I would even say Turkey Tom and all these other people. I kind of think I know the AJ guy. Is he the one with like the furry panda avatar?
No, this guy just
Turkey.
What?
Turkey Tom's like 16.
No, I'm talking about AJ, nigger.
No, Turkey Tom's like 20 now. 21. He has no excuse.
AJ is just some Indian on the internet.
Okay. I was thinking about, because there's like I don't know. I don't know who this guy is.
I'm looking at his fucking Twitter. Apparently, I got a shout on the fucking H3 podcast, which is, that's fucking amazing.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, he did or you did?
No, he did. Why the fuck would I get a shout out on anything?
Them titties are thick still.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
All I wanted to say about the personality-driven thing, I mean, you can take a look at people even like Spoony. Like, people followed him like very closely, and we're just like huge fans of him regardless of his behavior. And he definitely, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Spoony. I've been a fan of Spoony since like 2009, and I still like going back and watching his old videos and stuff. I go back through all the archive stuff. I get why you're saying that. But like,
Nico, no judgment.
But
I'm scaly.
But like, there's a lot of things that Spoony talks about that Spoony likes that I'm so happy that he made content about. Like Highlander, I love Highlander. Wing Commander is one of my favorite gaming series of all time, and very few notable YouTubers ever talk about Wing Commander. It's stuff like that. I love Shadowrun. I love D&D. I like listening to his Counter Monkey stuff. I like professional wrestling.
So were there any kind of like genre videos or series that he made that you liked because of his personality versus your inherent interest in the subject matter?
Yes, and that was what kept me coming back. Whereas somebody like Digibro, on the other hand, had, to me, basically no personality and wasn't funny and wasn't interesting. And the only time that the only time that I really latched on to his to any of his content that I like was like, whoa, like this is actually kind of fun to watch. What was going back to what you were talking about with like, why can't people make their After Dark stuff be their mainline content? Like, I really liked Digibro's his After Dark content because it felt a lot more real, and it felt like a lot more, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna say exactly what I want to, instead of putting on a facade to make a bunch of money on YouTube. Because I think I was saying this in the last podcast, but I was listening to an old PCP podcast, Procrastinators podcast, I think a week or two ago, and this was, I think, 2016 going into 2017, and Digibro was talking about how it's like, oh yeah, my goal for this year is to make over six figures, or to make a six-figure income off of YouTube. And I think he had gotten close to that point, which is why it was like his goal that he wanted to do that. So clearly clearly Digibro is a person who wants to make things in a very particular way that would make him money, or at least he was like that, and then he became trans, and a lot of things happened to him, and like his girlfriend dumped him, and he basically cut himself off from all of his friends and had like this weird mental breakdown, and like now he's just making weird shit. And the same thing happened to Spoony. It's like he's not connected with any of that.
Well, no, Spoony just dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, lazy.
No, it's not. I don't think that it's because Spoony is lazy.
Ironically, I only heard of Spoony
like
through
stress.
a Rise and Fall
Spoony
video.
is he has bipolar 2 disorder. As far as we know. I mean, we have to go on his word.
Wait, is this something he said, or is this something people speculate about?
No, this is something that he said.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. The mental disorder ever, but I mean that's so far you can only push that excuse so far, really. Like it just becomes.
I don't think.
No.
I'm about to make a joke. I'm about to make a joke in really bad taste, but is like Dr. Insano his way of coping with the mania and depression of bipolar?
Potentially.
I thought that was just a shitty joke, like amongst the movies or whatever.
I think the Dr. Insano thing is actually an homage to one of the characters from Mystery Science Theater 3000. So the two guys from Gizmonic Institute who sent Joel up into space. The guy who wears like the scientist outfit. There's Frank, and then there's Doctor. I don't know why I'm blanking.
Is it supposed to be Jekyll and Hyde, basically?
I mean, I think that was.
Well, that's the way Dr. Insano is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way they played it up in one of the the Channel Awesome movies. Yeah. But I don't know if that was originally the authorial intention. But just to wrap up what I was going to say about Spoony, I don't think that it's fair to call his mental illness an excuse. Excuse me, I'm slurring my words over here. Because I don't think that any content creator, if they want to do something else professionally, or if they want to stop making content, they do not owe you anything. Like, I don't feel like Spoony owes me content. So it's like, if he decides that he doesn't want to do it anymore, and his life spirals out of control, or whatever.
Yeah, I get you. I think most of the time, whenever I go on, Nico, you actually explain.
I was gonna say it's a yes and no, because I mean you have an audience, and at some point you do have a bit of a responsibility for them. But I mean, you can't force anyone to make art. Yeah. But it's like you can't just say, "Oh, it's just him. He can do whatever he wants." He has the response, especially when he's getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not getting paid anymore.
But he's getting paid on output, though, right? If he had a Patreon,
he had a Patreon. Yeah, he had a Patreon.
And he did fucking nothing for it. He did absolutely fucking nothing with it.
Well, he made content.
Was it false advertising then? Was he saying, "Oh, one new episode per week," and then nothing happened? Or
no, it wasn't even that. The biggest thing.
What about the whole fucking movie thing?
So I got something to say about that. So what a lot of
let's getting deep in it.
So a lot of people, the way that they characterized that was like, Spoony basically said that I get to I think it was like $5,000 a month on my Patreon. That means that I'm going to make a movie, and that's not what it was. What it was I get to $5,000 on my Patreon. And when I reach that goal, I will begin drafting a pre-script for a movie.
Yeah. That just sounds like a fucking cop-out to be. I mean, fucking.
That was just the goal. That was just the goal.
Cara made a shitty movie.
Okay. They all made shitty movies.
Okay,
yeah,
hold on.
How do you get upshown by Linkara? Like,
what would he? What was the advertisement? Like, how did he frame it? Because that's
so
a very specific way to say it.
He said he put as a goal on his Patreon, like, I get to $5,000, I will begin drafting a script or like a pre-script for a Spoony movie. But where and I remember when that video came out where he was like, I finally reached this goal on my Patreon, and you guys are so amazing, like, but I don't even know what a Spoony movie would be, and like all the pre-production costs and just like I I don't. But you guys are amazing. It's like I
my
never thought that I would get to this. And I think that he just basically stepped in a huge fucking like mud puddle that he did not know how to get himself out of. Like he basically just got stuck in the mud. And
he also like didn't do him any favors by explaining it away. It sounds like he just immediately been like, all right, I fucking lied.
It's not even that I think that he lied or that he didn't want to do it. I don't even think it's that. I really just think that like trying to keep up with his production schedule with regards to just his mainline videos and stuff. And I think that also happened around the same time, like, he really started going crazy. Like,
Again, fucking Linkara. I don't know how you would make a movie, but he did it. Yeah. Linkara did it.
Well, I did want to mention about this. Actually, go ahead. Confish, finish.
I think the thing with Linkara is that he probably actually wanted to make one, no matter how stupid it would be. Linkara actually can have a little bit of, like, some kind of passion for what he does.
Yeah, like, he has passion and integrity, at least.
Yeah, like he wants to do it. He doesn't seem to have an obligation.
Yeah, his shit is fucking awful, but hey, at least he still puts it out.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that about Linkara too. I tried watching some of his videos, but I'm not really a comic book guy. So.
Fucking awful.
And there's something outside of passion that is at play. Like, there's passion, and like, yeah, you can be really motivated to make the best movie ever, but then your whole fixation about having the perfect thing before you make move number one will hold you back. You're never gonna find that perfection. So you also have to have that like discipline and that rudimentary kind of approach and being like, all right, I need to do this month, and then this next month. That planning, executive kind of function. Outside of just a passion and a real genuine desire to do something, there's kind of a multiple step process.
Yeah, I agree.
But I did want to mention before about what Nico was saying about the mental illness thing, because it is like really big in YouTubers specifically, probably because of who gravitates towards doing it in the first place. But there's a big difference between having like some personality issues and like kind of benefiting from therapy and stuff like that, going through a dark place, quote unquote, and having legitimate something like bipolar or schizophrenia. There's levels of mental illness, and they're not all equal.
Yeah.
I know with this one isn't really as big of a thing because there was no Patreon or anything, but there was a Bionicle YouTube channel. I know that this is kind of
Confish and his fucking Bionicles. I swear to God.
It's open to the conversation.
How more autistic?
Speaking of mental illness.
Speaking of mental illness, Bionicle. YouTube channel posts a lot of Bionicle stuff. Very frequent poster, but then they just disappear one day. Like they upload a video, no more videos for a few years, and everyone's like, oh, where'd they go? For a few years. And they just for years. Yeah, people wondered, they didn't say anything, and they just uploaded something like I mean, it's been a year ago since they came back, but they didn't have to come back. But it's kind of late with like the obligations and posting, but I think that at least posting one video maybe after a few years is a good idea. Which, I mean, that's what I would do if I had like, you know, a couple dozen thousand subscribers at least.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're gonna
like at least an update.
Yeah, if you're gonna quit, just quit. Don't put fucking a video out saying, "Oh, I'm feeling sad. I don't want to make videos anymore," and then get upset that people are upset at you. Like, just if you're gonna quit, just fucking stop. That's it. Cold turkey.
I think there's two ways. Actually, Bryce, do you want to say something about that?
No, I agree, and I think more or less that's essentially what Spoony did. Like he stopped making the content, and I remember when he was just doing the streams because I guess he streamed a couple of my favorite games. He streamed some of the Wing Commander games, some of the ones that are the FMV games that have Mark Hamill in them, and also John Rhys Davies too. There was a huge fucking star-studded cast in that.
Who the fuck is John Rhys Davies?
You don't know? You fucking piece.
Remember, I'm not white. I'm sorry.
I don't even know if that's white. I like know.
Describe him to me, then I'll tell you.
I can't because I know the name, but I don't know.
You've never seen Sliders before? You've never seen Professor Arturo from Sliders?
I've seen a lot of
Okay. Have you ever seen Gargoyles, the animated TV show Gargoyles? Yes. Okay, he was Macbeth in Gargoyles.
Is that the main guy?
No, Macbeth. What was I talking about? Anyway,
Random white guy.
I'm over here having a stroke because fucking Kandor is a goddamn fucking zoomer who doesn't know anything about gargoyles. He doesn't know anything about
gargoyles.
He doesn't know anything about John Rhys Davies. He doesn't know anything.
Macbeth as if, and that's not the main character, and you expect me to actually know the person? I remember the big guy and the little gremlin-looking guy. Those are the two gargoyles. So if they're neither of them are Macbeth, then I'm sorry, I failed you. But go on with your thing. You were talking about.
Anyway,
John Rhys Davies.
I think I'm done having a stroke. Finally,
Nice.
all I was gonna say was he was streaming some games, and like I was watching the stream. This was back when I was still living in Kansas. I was watching the streams, and the one thing that people talk shit Spoony about is like he gets mad in his streams, and everybody's always posting that clips like, don't tell me how to play the game, and
is it a bit, or is he actually?
If you actually watch his streams, like he's very polite, and he's actually a nice guy, and I'll say this and be totally embarrassed, but I donated money to Spoony. I gave him like $20 here and there. I don't care. I like the videos that he made, and I wanted to show my appreciation for that. And like I sent him a shout out, and I gave him $20. And one stream was one night. I was really late. I was staying up late. I had to work the next day, but I was like, fuck it, Spoony's streaming. This is cool. And like he shouted me out, and I said like, I hope you're doing good, man. It's really good to see you stream. And he was like, thank you, Super Plectrum. Thanks a lot, and that means a lot to me. He was like, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better.
How much semen came out?
No, definitely a lot. I was shooting ropes, man. I was shooting ropes.
Finally.
Yeah, my senpai noticed me, man. Senpai fucking noticed me.
He had tablespoons full.
Yeah, a fucking
tablespoony.
Yeah, that wasn't funny. Fuck.
Thanks, Nico. Thanks. No, I gotta laugh. Count it.
I don't even know what the fuck that even was. It just sounded stupid.
And then Bryce finished coming. He looked at the camera. He said, "Guess I'm not in Kansas anymore."
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
What are you even talking about?
I don't know what kind of fever dream. I don't know what kind of fever dream Kandor's jokes come from. But
it's a nightmare.
But no, that's all I wanted to. That's all I wanted to say.
I guess that makes sense with your name, Random, because that was just pure.
The collective consciousness known as RandomKandor.
all just to finish up, because I don't want to talk about Spoony for the rest of the podcast. It's supposed to be like a mini-sode anyway.
Weren't we talking about some Indian guy?
Yeah, we were. We were talking about AJ and Turkey Tom.
Yeah, we don't really care about them. You can see the.
All I want to say is I like Spoony. Okay, I still like his videos. I hope he's doing all right. I don't know, man. I just like Spoony, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What Nico was saying about the two ways of ending a YouTube career, of just vanishing and disappearing into the mist versus doing like a actual like closure for the audience, is basically you juxtapose, doing it yourself. Who gives a shit? Like, you have to take care of yourself, blah, 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 disappear into the mist, and giving the audience a little bit of transparency, like Confish was saying, letting them in the loop.
Closure.
Yeah.
Or just, like, something.
Yeah.
There's merits to both.
Best thing to do, because I know a lot of YouTubers used to do this back in the day. They don't really do it anymore. Would be the April, because I mean, this was probably like a decade ago. The last time anyone actually did it was the fake "I'm leaving YouTube" April Fool's thing. Make it like one of those, like low quality camera, like 480p, but like you get an old camera and you record it and you make like one of those like, oh, I'm leaving YouTube and stuff like that. But you don't say psych, you don't say April Fool's, and it's like make it like 30 seconds long, and that's your final video. That would be the leave YouTube. Make it look like a joke.
But it has to be April 1st, and you just never follow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just delete all your Twitter, delete all your social media.
Got some dead air here.
Well, no, you covered it. Well done. Welcome to the podcast, bro. Welcome to the world. Okay, now let's go into the second segment, where we will go through Mumkey's Discord And
Why
go
the
to
fuck would you do
the
that?
Patreon questions and see if we can answer them before he answers them. And then that way, whenever he actually answers them in the video, we get to cross-reference and get even more content.
Actually, question about the monkey Discord.
Hmm.
Oh fuck, I don't remember his name. It's that fucking that Duskull kid. Who the fuck is that?
He's based.
He's just like kind of just popped up out of nowhere and just like.
Well, he's been a long time. Like in the old videos, he's commenting on a lot of shit. So he's been around for a while. Maybe new to the Discord.
Maybe, because like it seems like he just popped in and just like shut up the server really quick, and that's it.
He was the least shitty new member. Everyone else is from like Kino server, and they're just fucking robots. At least he actually has a character and isn't afraid to fucking shit talk Monkey to his face, which is fucking hilarious.
I mean, he's a fan at least. Like,
Yeah, well, we're all fans.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's a fan?
A Duskull.
Oh yeah, that guy. I was watching some of his videos at work today. Seems like a cool guy.
yeah, I want to watch some stuff. Some of them seem like they have like an actual amount of effort into them.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his
So-
videos about? Like,
The one that I saw that he posted was, I guess an animated music video. I guess is what you would call it. I didn't even fully watch it.
Well, one of them was like, sorry for interrupting, but it's like Flash Games retrospective, and it's like 2.5 hours long, which I'd watch that because I played a lot of Flash games growing up. That was kind of my way of.
but why haven't you?
I miss Flash games. That shit was the best.
Yeah, man. AlbinoBlackSheep.com.
I went to I don't know fucking. It was like a like school is
Miniclip?
cool or something.com. That's where I would play
math?
most of mine.
There was like coolmathgames.com.
Yeah,
Nah, it wasn't
Uh,
even that. I wasn't even that cool. I was like in a fucking spin-off server or site of that.
That explains so much.
Oh, and then the fucking sex Flash games. Those are always my cake.
Yeah. There was a Love Hina Flash game I used to play a lot. There was like it was I know maybe Nako knows what I'm talking about, but a band from Equestria Daily.
No.
You know, okay. Maybe people in the audience will know, but basically there was this sex Flash game for this anime I used to watch back in the early 2000s called Love Hina. Anytime I would be at a friend's house that they had internet, I would try to play that game, or I would try to
Love
play that.
Hina
Yeah, Love
sounds
Hina.
familiar. I
What-
don't know if I know it from that game or from the actual, because I definitely didn't watch any of the fucking animes.
Oh,
But
the
I
anime
might-
sucked. It was bad. The manga is okay. The anime sucks.
Fucking unpopular opinion. All anime sucks. Manga's based.
Yeah, I mean that's
True.
kind of true.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much preach that every episode, at least for like a little segment.
Yeah.
So,
Whether
wait,
it be-
Nico, wait, are you saying that the manga versions are always better?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you
Oh
saying
my
anime
fucking
in
God.
general is all trash, regardless of
I
comparing to the
that-
source?
unless it's not Naruto. Fuck Naruto.
Oh, no,
Uh,
take backs.
Oh,
Naruto
what
is the
fuck
best.
is that? It's the hamster one.
Oh,
Fuck yeah,
Hamtaro.
Taro?
It's
Yeah,
Hamtaro time.
Hamtaro.
Hamtaro.
That
No, I
shit
think
is
you mean
great,
Naruto.
but- No, fuck Naruto. Oh my god, that is garbage.
I think
it's as
Naruto-
bad as One Piece.
I think the Evangelion
No, don't you dare
manga,
say that.
or the Evangelion anime is definitely better than what the
But-
manga portrayal is.
Yeah, because the manga came out later, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I usually go by the first portrayal, and
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Evangelion, the first portrayal was the anime, and it's my favorite anime.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, I
friend, I
always-
was recently at like a little get together.
You ever seen Die Buster?
I've heard about it, but I haven't.
Yeah, if
watched
you
it.
like Evangelion, definitely watch Die Buster. It's fucking.
When I was
dope.
at my friend's place recently, and and people were talking about anime, and they were like, "Yeah, the biggest like pedo anime and overrated one is Evangelion." I was like, "Oh my god!" My girlfriend was saying it was sick.
Definitely, it
No.
definitely is pretty. It's good, but it is highly overrated.
because it's so highly rated.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's like
just because it's overrated doesn't mean it's bad. Like,
yeah, no,
um,
it's good. It's good. It's just like, it's like Berserk. Just people don't ever shut the fuck up about it. Like, yeah, we get it. It's good. All right, just move on.
Yeah, I
Like,
think there's a problem with like anti overrating things where like kind of like the edgelord mentality comes into like everyone says this
Yeah.
is sick, but really it's a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10. So fuck that. You guys are all just simping for something that's not high quality. When really it is still
Yeah,
decent.
like I wouldn't even be contrarian to it, cause like it's like
Yeah.
fucking what is that game that's so annoying? Undertale, or I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like
What
that's
about
a
it?
good game, but it's fucking annoying because of how much the fan base
Oversaturated it
just-
is?
Yeah, I just don't want to hear about it constantly. Like, just holy shit. You know, let shit fucking just simmer or
Die?
something. I mean, not even die. Like, you can keep the fan base alive. Just shut the fuck up about it.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, exactly. That's another good example.
Family
JoJo's.
Guy.
That's one. I hate the JoJo fan base.
Yeah,
Despise them. That's like the worst fan base I could think of.
So tell me about what their shenanigans are, because I definitely see that people like overrate their memes and stuff.
They're
like
just
that.
obnoxious. They're just
But it is
annoying
like
people.
it's a satirical show, right? So it's kind of like winking at
What?
the audience of like, yeah, we're really
Wait,
cheesy.
what's satirical?
Like it's a really cheesy, over the top, like
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, it's not obnoxious. It's a legitimately good manga. But the thing is, like, it's not the best. It's not even the most enjoyable. That's One Piece. One Piece is so much more enjoyable than JoJo's. But I prefer JoJo's. No. I prefer JoJo's. But it's not the best in any way. But the thing is, their fans, they just overrate it so much. They say, "Oh my god, have you seen the JoJo's anime? The anime is horrible. One of like part 3 and part 5 are legitimately some of the worst anime I could think
I think
of."
about you were saying this before, yeah.
And it's like it's just because you like something that's weird, and it's a band kid anime. It's one of the anime that band kids watch,
There is
and
something
will
to say-
clink and be annoying about it.
There's something to say about people like, yeah, they're excited and stuff, but overrated is not whenever like there's not like JoJo fans are necessarily saying this is the #1 anime ever, better than
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah. They
Pretty
Right.
all
fucking
JoJo
are.
fans say that.
But
They're
sometimes
elitist. Like I yeah, JoJo
Not
fans are
even a
the
fucking
most
joke.
elitist. They're the most elitist thing. Like
I would think they would be more chill on it.
no,
like young
they-
kids or like adults.
no, no.
both.
Well, it's in the JoJo community parts that I'm a part of. It's mostly like people in like their like 20s. Those are the good ones. But on like Reddit and like and stuff like those
There's
are
your
the bad
fucking
JoJo fans.
But Nico
And-
seems to think that there's the cringers in all age groups.
Oh, actually,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
JoJo thing.
Oh yeah, JoJo is like horrible.
I had a fucking a Japanese class in college, and
Okay,
we had
cringe.
to do a fucking presentation on Japanese culture, and the most autistic fucking kid did like a 30-minute presentation just on JoJo.
You
Well,
mean
I
the
mean,
second most?
Um, I'm not going to like lie and not say that like JoJo's is a very influential manga
Pikachu
series in
team.
Japan, and you could see it like most everything, like at least most anime nowadays will try to sneak it in somewhere just because it's so prevalent. Like I know people who went to who were in Japan when the Part 5 anime came out, and it was everywhere, and they were going to like these random shops, and they would just like happen to have like a JoJo item there, like on like their menu, or like as a JoJo
Wow.
coffee.
The
'Cause
wildest
it's
shit to
just-
me is what
Yeah.
so it's so like culturally fucking prevalent,
But
like the
he didn't even talk about that. He was literally, it was just a whole 30-minute section set like thing on just the anime that's itself. That's
Huh.
like the plot.
yeah. That was
So wait, so are you saying that I talked more about JoJo's and its cultural and its effects on Japanese culture more than this guy did in his entire 30-minute
To be
presentation?
fair,
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
was the assignment just to speak in Japanese, or was it
No,
to convey
it was
culture?
it was to talk about the culture itself, like Japanese culture and trends or something, anything with Japan. But this
Okay,
kid
that's
was
about music.
it was literally just a 30-minute presentation on the JoJo anime.
And you guys all got context to a crazy cultural phenomenon in Japan. You're welcome. But Bryce, what do you think about this JoJo stuff? You've been quiet.
I don't have anything to say about JoJo. I watched it
Yeah.
with somebody a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
That he'd
Madison
rather
Station.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry for bringing that up, but
Thanks,
it's-
Confish.
I go
It's
full
okay.
I go
Nico.
full honest on
I'm not-
on JoJo's.
I'm not offended. It's just I
Yeah.
just don't actually have anything to say.
So I have very strong opinions when it comes to JoJo's and its fan base because I despise them. Like if you go on any of like the JoJo, there's just any of the JoJo subreddits, you will find like some of the most annoying people there. You know, I hate spoiling stuff for people. And I hate getting spoiled. But the one
Don't
thing
you
I love
dare.
to spoil... No, I won't spoil it for you guys, because you guys are actually cool. Annoying JoJo fans. It is the most fun thing to spoil. Because I've been caught up on JoJo's for a while. I've been reading the manga since, like, 2016. And most of them have started watching the anime in, like, 2018. I'd say that's when it really got popular. Yeah, or at least in the United States. And... it's just so fun. I've been banned on my older accounts. Like on my older Reddit accounts that I don't really use anymore, and just from spoiling JoJo's to people I don't like, and they completely deserve it. You're an annoying JoJo fan. If you talk that highly about it, you should expect to be caught up with it.
No, that's some devious shit, Connor.
It's fucking Reddit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I will
That's
say
precisely who gives a shit are on Reddit.
I will say
Why?
this about
Fucking Reddit.
a good memory I have related to JoJo. Back in the day, I used to watch the original Fist of the North Star anime, and like that was like one of the classic ones. I mean, that
OG
was
shit.
that was
That's what
like
got me into anime.
yeah, that
Is
was
that
like
JoJo? Is that JoJo?
No,
I
no,
never
hang
could
on a
fucking
second.
Understand.
Yeah,
that.
but let Bryce talk. Let Bryce talk.
no, like all I want to say was, you know, watching Fist of the North Star and watching stuff like Akira, and of course Slayers and like all that stuff from like the 90s,
Naruto.
fucking Mad Bull, and like all that stuff.
Rock Lee.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost,
That
like
was-
the Ghost of the Shell.
That was my fucking shit. Oh damn. I
My
love that
my
shit.
first porno was a hentai that I rented from the video store
Hinata.
by accident. It was literally I was like
I'm
was
more
like
of an Eno guy myself.
I was like 10 or 11 years old. I rented this fucking porno from this porno anime from the video store, and it was just in the anime section. It was called Adventure Kid. And I didn't know what this
Did it
fucking
involve
thing was about.
kids or adventuring in any way?
I guess anyway, just to round off what I was gonna say, how it relates to JoJo. How porno relates to JoJo, but how Fist of the North Star. I was a huge fan of Fist of the North Star, and I had seen like the original anime, and I was also a huge fan of Berserk. And there was a friend of mine on the MySpace forums in 2005, because I was a regular on the forums back in 2005, 2006, around that time, 2007. I was on the anime forum there, and there was this guy who was talking to me about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He was telling me that I needed to read the scans of the manga. As I was telling
Shit,
him,
is that old?
yeah, and I was just like,
It's from the 80s.
Yeah.
It's still around.
JoJo's been going around for a
Damn,
long
alright.
fucking time.
yeah, and
Well,
I didn't take this guy up like on like trying to read it or anything, but he was just like, dude, it's like, you like Fist of the North Star and you like Berserk. I'm just like hell yeah, I love that stuff. He's like, oh yeah, and you like One Piece too? It's like, hell yeah, like I'm fucking following it like as the new chapter. This is when like 8A's Lobby and Water 7 was coming out, and so it was like really really hype time for people who were reading the scans back in the day. And he was just like, dude, you need to read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then of course later on, like I watched the anime with somebody I was dating, and then that turned into a really bad experience. But I imagine JoJo is probably, as I might have gotten into it like later on, it's probably amazing. I love the music and I love the aesthetic of it. I love the humor. Like it seems like it's great.
It's with
the time.
As with like Fist of the North Star and stuff like that. I don't remember much of it, but I really do have to watch Fist of the North Star from the beginning, because that was my introduction to anime. My dad, it's his favorite anime. He's a big fan of it. He talks about it actually, like he brings it up occasionally, like just
So wait,
Like,
Confish,
just kind
how
of
does it
guessing.
relate to JoJo? Are they the same creator or something?
No, I was actually just going to get to that with JoJo's Part 1. When Part 1 of JoJo's came out, I think it was 87, if I remember correctly. And I think Fist of the North Star, I mean, yeah, it was still going on. At least I think it was. And at the time, manga was buff men beating each other up with Kinniku Men. That's like a wrestling manga with a lot of buff people. And Fist of the North Star, buff people punching each other.
Yeah.
Part 1 of JoJo's was a buff guy, and he punches vampires with electric karate, and that's pretty much it. Fist of the North Star punching people, JoJo's punching people, and they have very similar styles. And Rocky was
Art style?
I mean the art style, yeah, you could it was pretty much copying from a little bit of stuff at the time, and some artist, I forgot his name. There's an artist that I wish I remember the name of, because his art's really good.
Yu Yu Hakusho actually did like, I would say almost an homage and a parody with Toguro, with Fist of the North Star and JoJo, because Toguro was representative of like the big muscly man, you know, and then like Yusuke is like the Goliath, or excuse me, Yusuke is like the David to his Goliath. Sorry.
Yusuke. Who's the short guy? The short guy was the best one. But go on, Confish.
Yeah, Hiei.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Edgelord?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
The fucking
And,
Edgelord of the show?
Was it?
Literally me.
But I mean, Araki's art style, I mean, it eventually changed along with the style, because shonen manga in general was, 80s is very muscular, and you could see with, like, compare Fist of the North Star and Naruto and like stuff like that. They came out like 10-15 years apart, or they were releasing, think of their time frames: Fist of the North Star 80s, Naruto I'd consider it 90s, late 90s,
1999.
those were
Yeah.
and you could see like just kind of that style change, and everything nowadays, like the further you go back, you
Dragon
can
Ball
see
in
like
between.
muscular people. Yeah, Dragon Ball was kind of in between, where they were still muscular, but they were still more human proportioned. And now look at stuff like My Hero Academia. That's a very popular one nowadays.
Get that
And-
shit out of here.
Yeah, I don't like it, but
Shit outta
You guys actually don't like it?
Yeah.
when you think of modern popular anime that started recently, if you think of that, they're very I mean, with the human characters, they have very normal human designs, and same with Naruto, stuff like that. And JoJo's nowadays, the art style, you could see it's very human proportion, very feminine. I'd say a lot of the newer design characters are, but it has a very masculine, like, even like the older JoJo's, the women still look masculine, and now the men look feminine, which that gets a thumbs up from me.
Women look masculine?
In old JoJo's, yeah, they were still kind of like buff, and well, not quite buff, but they not. I don't know if I'd quite say that, but it's.
I like
Yeah.
my women to be
It
able to
works
bend a
like-
rebar in
Have
one
you-
hand.
Have you
Go
guys
on,
ever?
Briss.
No, I was gonna ask. Have you guys ever watched? Well, back when it used to air on TV, it aired by a different name, but in Japanese, the Japanese version of it was called Saint.
Adventure Boy.
No, Saint Seiya.
That sounds familiar.
Does it go? What other names does it go by?
Okay, I'm trying.
Adventure
I
no,
don't think I'd know it.
Okay, so when it aired on Toonami in the early 2000s, it was called Knights of the Zodiac.
Yes!
That sounds more
Yeah,
familiar.
I ran so
Oh
far
fuck,
away.
that's what I thought it was. The
Yeah.
fucking Voltron shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, Knights of the Zodiac was what it was called, here in the U.S. and also in Mexico, which apparently in South America, like they love that shit. Like, but the only reason why I brought that up was because like Confish was talking about like they made the females more masculine, and like that was something because Saint Seiya came out around the same time that JoJo did, and like that was something that they did in that anime too, in that manga was like there were characters that you didn't know that they were actually women, but then they turned out to be women, and then there was characters who were very feminized and like were like mama's boys, but like they were still like physically very masculine and
But they
very
had the
virtuous.
archetype.
Yeah, But they had like
I
long,
think-
they had like long hair and like feminine like facial features and stuff like that.
Well, I guess one thing that's interesting is the concept of like femininity and body form. Because I find like in Asian cultures that means like more slight, small wrists, all that kind of stuff, small waist, like tiny, like feminine, help me with everything. Whereas in Western countries these days, we think like voluptuous, kind of well endowed curves, the feminine
Fat.
figure.
You mean fat?
No, I think that means that you're an Eastern type
Yo,
of guy.
fucking Japan is based with that shit. They call people out on being fat regardless.
Yeah,
Like they call skinny women fat, and that's some based shit there.
yeah. That
Yeah,
definitely needs to be more of a thing. I'm
Oh, I
all in
love it.
favor of
I
fat
fucking
shaming.
Love it. No,
I don't know.
it works. It works. It gets rid of all the fatties.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the name was Antonio Lopez, and you, like comparing his art to Jojo's, or at least with some of it, and this style, the posing of early Jojo's, it seems very very similar to, or at least in some way. He kind of borrowed stuff from just kind of art. It's a mix of a bunch of different styles until he eventually found his own, much more
Yeah.
rooted style that's been going on since like the 90s.
I'm still impressed it's that old.
I've had a nuclear explosion video on repeat this whole time.